Hello and welcome to WyzGyz Entertainment. This is your host Wyman. I am streaming today with special guest Carla. Is it? Oh man, how's it pronounced again? Tornielli. Carla Tornielli. There's a possibility we may get a visit from John as well. And she or both Carla or both her and John may be able to stop by. We are going to be talking about Grim Reaper. Check out its progress. As you can see, they are in demand. We're presently looking at 5,610. Hey, Mogwai Centurion. Hail. She will be joining us shortly. She actually specifically requested we start at 3:20 instead. Hail, Mogwai. So we're looking at Grim Reaper 2. It has earned so far 5,610 USD. 149 backers, so that's pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and play the intro movie to their campaign. Let's see. Please let me know if you don't hear any audio from the intro. I like the special effect there. I think that's the Pandora's box. Sweet. All right, so Grim Reaper is back. Check out the different level tiers. Let me check something real quick. Beep, 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 beep. All right, so I just confirmed that she does have the link to the channel. All right, right on like Donkey Kong. All right. Yep, she's got the link. She's got the link. Ding, ding. Thanks for confirming that the audio is good. So we're going to talk a little bit about the cover, which has just been revealed. It's pretty awesome. I love the fiery effects on the horse and the action pose. So it's a cosmic horror adventure. The funny thing about Comicsgate and all is that prior to getting on the Comicsgate, the organic movement, I was actually not a huge fan of horror, but there are a lot of Comicsgate titles that are horror related, and they actually look pretty darn cool. So I've actually been digging it. So I've backed more than one horror related book. I backed this one, obviously. I also backed I think it's College of the Dead, and a couple others, you know, zombies, death, general horror. Let's see here. Curse of the Medallions is the title of the spin-off book they're offering with issue 2. We got this image. Gonna have merch available such as sketches, pinups, drawings, and mystery box that'll contain secret merch and books. I like how they use this font style to write their names. Got a woman riding a bear. The Curse of the Medallion. Huh. Hello, hello.
How are you, my friend?
Good. How are you? Welcome, welcome.
Good, very good. Thank you very much for having me today. What's up?
Hey there. I just played the intro video to your campaign.
Oh, cool.
And also, so it looks like the audio is good. WyzGyz Centurion is here.
Oh, hello, bye-bye.
And I just briefly glossed over the reveal of the cover, the official cover, which is looking really nice.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that took like 4 days.
4 days?
Yeah, non-stop.
No, are you serious? Non-stop?
Well, to sleep, you know. But yeah, it took a lot of time, but I'm happy with the result.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Can you share some more about the creation of this cover?
What, sorry?
Can you share some more about what went into the creation of this cover?
Yes, of course. Well, I actually started, I wanted something with a lot of movement, okay? That was like my idea. I didn't know what to do, but I wanted to show like very strong dynamism in the cover, because I don't know, I just think in a cover, and I think it's a little boring when they are like too like still, like too, you know, it doesn't look like it's moving. So I definitely wanted to do like the middle of something with a lot of movement. So yeah, I thought that there's a part in the story in which Smokey the horse gets panicked. No spoilers, by the way, but I wanted to illustrate that very moment from below, like, because something in the ground scared him. So it was a challenge. It was a very big challenge, because it's not only the movement, it's also the perspective. But somehow it worked, so I'm very happy about that, because you know that sometimes as an artist you have an idea, but not always like translates into what you are actually going for. So you have to try like a lot of different stuff, right? And the one that works out, you stick with that one. But I did like a couple of attempts before this one. But yeah, this was definitely my favorite one.
Yeah. Refresh my memory, if you would. When you're doing any kind of like humanoid character or animal, do you start out with a really rough sketch of the figure, you know, line?
Yes.
Very basic lines? So
yes, definitely. Yeah, you basically like deconstruct what you, because it's too complex, you know, you can just like copy like something you see. You have to actually like understand like where the muscles are placed, where are the bones, you know, and then like try to imagine like, okay, if I was looking at it from this angle, where would this be, right? And it's something very hard to do. I won't say that I do a perfect job every time, but there enough for it to work, right? So yeah, especially horses, which are beautiful. I love horses. They have like these muscles and they're shiny and beautiful. But yeah, when a horse is panicking, like they twist all the neck and they open the eyes and the tongue. And
yeah,
it's something really, a lot going on there. And also Smokey, his hair is made of fire. So
Yeah.
I thought, okay, this scene is happening during the night. So how would the lighting? Because the lighting is something I really enjoy working on. But like, how can I show this scene without like, you know, I want to emphasize the fact that the hair of the horse is the only thing like bringing light to the scene. So as you can see, like for example, the Green Reaper's armor is blue, but if it's receiving yellow light, it cannot be like all blue. So I mixed colors and stuff so it could like more or less look more credible. You know, it has to be believable.
And down here, like along the inside of the left leg and the lower body, it looks like there are warmer colors to play off the light from the horse's flames.
Mm-hmm.
And near the top of Death, the Grim Reaper, you've got cooler colors like highlight from the moon. Like moon.
Yes. That's like some kind of attempt to symbolism, because you know normally hell and the devil and the dark forces are often symbolized with a ray of light. You know, that's supposedly how Lucifer came to Earth, right, in the form of a ray of light. So that's more or less like the symbolism behind it. Not everybody can see it, but I like to always, like, when I compose an image, try to think about stuff that it's not like given, like in your face, like this is what's going on. No, like some homework for the reader, you know, to like, you know, speculate on why did she do this, why did she do that. For example, in this first issue, let me see, here it is. There's this little, this is a detail, just a detail, but there's this little site here as part of the school. These little details, you know, and maybe try to find a meaning behind, because I think it adds some extra value when you add meaning to the illustration. It's not only pretty stuff, you know, but also has to look cool at the same time. So I put a lot of thought into it.
Yeah, for sure. It really shows.
Mhm.
And I'm loving the lightning on the scythe. How did you achieve the lightning? Do you just like do random squiggles, or do you have like a special effects tool that?
Well, as you can see, like I can work, for example, 2 hours in drawing a lightning, and it doesn't work. As you can see, like behind the scythe and behind the blue lightning, there's black lightning.
Yeah.
That's a failed attempt before the actual lightning. Okay, I spent like hours doing that, and I was like, no, hell no, this has to go, because I spent too much time doing this, and it looks kind of pretty, so I want to use it. That was supposed to be like blue, but then I changed it to black, and it somehow works because it adds some kind of texture in the background, like not taking much attention, but it's still there, and it kind of looks good. And it also makes the blue one like pop out. There's a lot of techniques in Photoshop to do like lighting effects and stuff. I think that's very personal, like depending on the artist, right? I like to use this kind of technique. Some other artists may use another one, but yes, I like to combine like effects I can make by ink, because this is the thing. I am the inker, the penciler, and the colorist, so I can complement the illustration in different areas of the illustration. Like I don't feel like I have to do everything in the inking. I can leave something because for the effects, because I know that's going to work better, right? So I think it's very important, and it's a very big advantage to be able to do all the steps of the illustration. Like I don't know. I know this is something really normal among artists, but just thinking about somebody else coloring my work is like, no, that's my baby.
Yeah, I hear you. Now, for the horse, do you actually have a lot of experience doing horses, or did you use photos?
That was a huge headache.
What was that?
It was, yes. Of course, like to do something challenging, like it was a huge challenge, you know. I just, you know, reference looking at horse faces, like scared horses, and Okay, I like the eye of this one, I like the tongue of this one, I like the neck of this other one. And how can I make, because they were always photographed like in front angle or a different angle. How would that look in this angle? So it's, no, it was a massive headache. You have no idea.
So because you have so many of the duties, do you consciously make the space for where you anticipate there being speech bubbles, or does John tell you ahead of time, all right, here's a rough sketch of what I have in mind for the layout. Here's where I wish to have speech bubbles and how many speech bubbles, or do you do that planning?
Well, that's a really good question. Actually, our way of working is a little, I don't know if it's how it's supposed to be, but it's very organic because we are not rigid with that stuff, right? He writes, right? He just writes whatever is in his mind, and then I adapt it to the panels, but I'm not being rigid. I can add panels, remove panels, or dialogues, then I can be like, okay, I don't think this dialogue is contributing much because I can actually draw these, so let's take this out, right? So it is that kind of teamwork to make the visual narration work. I think that when you are separating too much the different areas of creating this comic, it looks a little bit forced, or not like it doesn't flow, So always we, like both John and I, we are both like in a position in which we are open to change, right? We just talk about it, or maybe we don't talk about it. I just draw it, I sketch it, and I show him, and oh yeah, that works, But he trusts a lot in me because he knows that I know how to make it work like visually.
Yeah.
So he writes, like I would say that he like writes the map, and then I just add the details and fill the little spaces and little gaps, because sometimes he's not, he writes comics, yes, but he comes from a background in which he used to write plays, like for theater, right? So a lot of things that maybe he tried to say are not there intended, or the opposite, he's describing stuff that I can actually draw. So I think that's very important to not be reiterative, because when the text, both the text and the drawing is saying the same, it's like, oh yeah, I see that, for the reader.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, on the contrary, you have to try to like imply stuff, but let the reader do something, like to be active in the story. That makes the reader be more involved and enjoy it more. If everything is too much in your face, it can be two things. It can be like something for children because they need that kind of like clarity, or it could be like something like really dull, like, yes, I get it, what I'm supposed to think. I really get into movies in which I can actually like judge the characters and do my own thinking, and I have time to process stuff. I don't like the movies that they're showing images, scenes. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I love that cover. It's going to look really nice in person when we get the book.
I think so.
I was just perusing through the campaign and showing the various imagery from your book. It is considered fully funded, right?
Oh yes. The goal was $500, and we are at 5,000. So
very good. Yeah, that's very exciting.
Oh yeah. We never thought we were going to reach that kind of numbers.
Really?
Yes. I mean, our first campaign, we were like 1,000 and like 1,700, and that was like, oh my god, so crazy, We thought it was going to be like more gradual, like more step by step, but no, it was a huge jump. Like what are we supposed to expect for next campaign then? If we keep having this, like it's everything is thanks to you guys, to the backers, everybody who supports. Like they enjoyed a lot issue number 1, and a lot of people like never saw anything, like never saw Grim Reaper 1, so they are taking the chance to back the 3 books now to catch up. So that's amazing. Oh, look at that, we have a billboard.
Yeah, I like this ticker tape effect.
Cool.
Yeah, it's part of StreamYards. And you get with the free version of StreamYards, you get a limited amount of toys to play with. But it's pretty cool.
You have to teach me where to do them. I don't know how to
Yeah. So you're currently funded at 5610 USD with 149 backers.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sweet. You are in demand. And let's take a look at some of your perks here. So you've got the Infernal Physical Super Pack, where you get a physical copy of the first issue.
Just a second. Like, I refreshed it and I have 150 backers. I don't know if you have it open like for a long time.
Oops.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
You scared me. Like, I was okay. What? Did I get a refund? But no, I checked and still 150.
Oh, what happened to my end?
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on my end. I did a refresh and it.
I almost had a heart.
Oh, here's 150 backers.
Good.
5646 for 150 backers.
Good.
Infernal, we have 89 claimed. So you get physical copies of first and second issue, and then there's a spin-off as well.
Yes.
Is that meant for a surprise, or have you already revealed to people what the spin-off is going to be?
Yeah. I mean, talking about the main premise, which is the story of Rasputin. I don't know if you remember. We have a few pages there, and also the cover. Is a spin-off story that ends up being really, really important for issue 3. So it's not as a spin-off as it should be. It's very important. So that's why we made a campaign like this to make people read the spin-off. Like that's why we made that combo of the 3 books. Because yes, we really want everybody to read the spin-off. It's really, really important.
Yeah, that's really nice. I like having access to the original issue because when I came in big time to Comicsgate books, I came in, I guess, kind of late because I started roughly October of last year when I started getting into it. And
yeah, we started in August, so more or less same time.
And then so that's really, I always appreciate when creators make available the previous issues.
Oh yeah.
So we've got Underworld, which is the PDF issue 2 of Grim Reaper. 5 claimed. And let's see, Hades. You get a PDF version of Grim Reaper 2 plus the spinoff. So that catches them up, so they're ready for issue 3 when it comes out. And I'm not sure if it's pronounced Thanatos or Thanatos.
I guess. I don't really know. Don't ask me about pronunciation.
Physical copy of the second issue. All right. I believe it's Sharon or Sharon.
Both work.
PDF version of Grim Reaper plus the spinoff plus Grim Reaper 1. All right, so this is the PDF super pack. Right on.
Yes.
Yeah. Mogwai is saying, "Where's my bone book, Carla?"
It's right here, Mogwai. Right here. Just wait until June. That's what we promise our backers. Okay, just be a good boy and wait.
Just be a good boy and wait. Couldn't put it better myself. Cerberus is a physical copy of the second issue, a physical copy spinoff, and 16 have been claimed on that. We got the cool looking T-shirt. I like that group photo.
Oh yeah, I'm actually like doing new designs for that I'm gonna reveal very soon. I'm like working in the last details to send to the printer. Once I send to the printer, I'm gonna work on the T-shirts. I want to offer more variety. That's just like some preview idea, but I'm gonna do really, really cool stuff. So just wait.
So this T-shirt is the one that's presently available, but you'll have other designs in this added to the campaign.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna message everybody who bought the T-shirts, and I'm also, of course, going to make updates in the campaign so everybody knows. I know your guys are going to love them. I don't have tentacles. I need more hands to do everything.
I know the feeling. Wait a minute, 4 claimed. I might have forgotten to back this one. I might have to go back and back it.
I recommend you.
Oh, shoot. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Back up. I'm doxing myself.
Yeah.
All right, so T-shirt. Yeah, I might have to come back and re-back or back again.
Sounds good.
Purgatorio is physical copy of the second issue, physical copy of the spinoff, a pinup, and the Grim Reaper shirt.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, on these pinups, do you basically have do you do the pinup once and then you just reproduce it multiple times for however many people get it, or do you do a fresh drawing every single time?
Oh no. These pinups are made like digitally, and like we print. That's different than actual sketches. That's why I have a different perk in which I offer like actual original art. But yeah, that takes like a whole, a lot of time to do. So it's a different pricing, but it's also like a special item, for collectors. Original art. Mm-hmm.
So you get the pinup and you get the Grim Reaper shirt, Paradiso, and welcome Soul Ion. Soul Ion says, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and
what's up?
Welcome.
Hello, everybody.
Soul Ion do situ. Welcome. So that's the Paradiso, the 5 Rivers.
Oh yeah, I think that's the drawing tier. Yeah, with that one, I draw people in the book, and I got 3 out of 5. So yeah, these 3 people have very important places in the story. They are called by name. Everybody will know who they are. But in case you don't know them. The story still goes on, right? But it's gonna be super fun. I'm so excited to reveal this to everyone, to see their reactions. Like it looks amazing.
Whoa! Now, is this something that has been part of the campaign all this time?
Yes.
What the heck is wrong with me? How am I missing these cool tiers? I might have to back this one too. Oh, okay.
You're in for a really good surprise, WyzGyz. Don't worry about that. You're in for a really, really good surprise.
Become a character in the 2 books. Dang. The 2 books being the Grim Reaper 1 and 2, or the Grim Reaper 2 and the spin-off?
Yes.
All right. Plus a physical copy of Grim Reaper 2. Plus physical copy of the Curse of the Medallion. Plus a pinup and a sketch. Wow. That is a sweet. That's a sweet pack. Whoa. Oh my God. So, can you tell me, enlighten me, is there some special significance to the 5 rivers? What is the meaning behind it?
Oh yes. Well, that's all John. I don't know much about Greek mythology, but yeah, he explained it once. There's that's something important in Greek mythology. I'm very sorry. I'm disappointed with the explanation here, but yeah, he told me about the rivers of the underworld and stuff.
Right.
One of the rivers is called Styx, like one of the
the river Styx. All right.
Yeah. So and also I don't know what's the name of the little like boat in which they take you to the underworld and stuff. It's all the whole lore behind that. Yeah, John knows about that.
Let's see. If it wasn't, Dositu says, if it wasn't for Mogwai, I wouldn't be here. YouTube ghosting the stream and no notification. Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah.
They do that a lot.
YouTube is doing horrible with their notification system. They send me periodic polls, surveys, asking me how their YouTube notifications are working, and I always have to respond that they're failing. They're
Yes.
failing bad.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, it was down yesterday. I don't know what the hell is going on with YouTube. But yeah, it's definitely when you're just starting your channel, like me, for example, like you really depend on those notifications. You want everybody to see. So sometimes you just have to do it manually, like in Twitter. Hey guys, enter to my video, please.
Yeah, yeah, that's more or less what I do, just in case. And I think everyone's kind of doing the same thing because it doesn't seem to be working very well for anybody these days.
I know, and it's a little annoying because when then I get like depressed, like, okay, maybe people don't want to watch this video. Okay, I accept it, right? But then when people discover, it's like, oh my God, what's this video here all the time? This is so cool. Like, that upsets me, okay? That upsets me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I don't know if you're at all familiar with Grace Randolph.
No.
She does. She has a YouTube channel called Beyond the Trailer.
Okay.
She does movie reviews in Hollywood and entertainment news. And YouTube, you know how they do those recommendations saying, hey, you should check this video out. You should check out this creator. They showed me showed me a video on my page of one of Grace Randolph's videos from 11 years ago.
Oh my God! Yeah, they do that. Yes. Or they send you notifications like, oh, new video from this guy. Oh wow, new video, and then you see it was 5 days ago. Like, why? You know, I don't trust you now, YouTube.
Yeah, really. The CT says you read pin up wrong.
Oh,
did I mispronounce it?
No, because they always enjoy my mispronunciation of peanut.
Peanut.
Yes.
Yeah, like those sexy peanuts.
The sexy peanuts.
Yeah, sexy
That's
peanuts. It. All right, so that's the 5 rivers. Then we have the Gray sisters.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking at commission plus a sketch plus a pinup plus physical copies of Grim Reaper 2 and the Curse of the Medallion. Physical copy of the second issue, the physical copy spin-off pinups. Wow. And so how does the commission work?
The commission, yeah, it's just a commission with the same level of illustrations that I'm making for the Green Reaper, but I'm kind of glad that it has 0 claim because, because, you know, that's not the price for a commission and also all that stuff. You know, I would actually like be working too much, so I'm kind of glad, being honest.
I was almost gonna grab that one.
Oh no. you got the best one. Believe me, you got the best one.
So we got the Necromancer. Let's see here. Stepping back a little bit, just in case you keep the Gray sisters up with commission. You said same level of quality of work that you have on the book itself.
Yes.
So would the finished product of that commission be like was your intent for the commission to be like on a poster board, or would it be a poster, or would it be on printed on canvas, or? Well,
it's for the client, so whatever the client wants to do with it, it's okay. The commission can be anything, you know. It doesn't have to be part of the book. I deliver it to you digitally. I send it to you like in really high quality, and you do whatever you want to do with it. You can use it like wallpaper on your phone, in your tablet. You can print it. You can make a huge wall in your house with it if you want to. Everything's good. Yes, but it's like a personal commission. It's not like for sale. If you want to sell it, that's definitely something different. But this is like personal, right?
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. All right. So we got Necromancer. This gives you the not again.
Doxing again.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Me and my doxing. What's up with that? You get a physical copy of the second issue, physical copy of the spin-off, physical copy of issue 1, peanut, commission. Oh, this has a commission as well. Wait a minute.
Yes. That's why I'm happy.
Man, oh man. Now I'm wondering, should I back them both to get 2 commissions and a green for sure?
Yeah, I mean that's the price you get like just for the commission, and here you get the commission plus the books and plus all the other stuff. So yeah, that's a steal.
Yeah, I know. Holy moly.
I wonder who dared to buy the Pandora's box.
Yeah, so now we've got Pandora's box. Well, check that out. So the Pandora's box is a mystery box with Grim Reaper merchandise, books, and gifts.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes with books and merchandise.
What do you think is gonna be there?
Well, you know, I think one of them is going to be like a high quality digital print of this, but with John in this pose, you in this pose.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
John in that pose. That sounds very hot.
But I'm assuming it's going to include Grim Reaper 2, the Grim Reaper 1, and the spin-off.
Oh yes.
But outside of that, well, maybe a T-shirt. Outside of that, I really don't know what to expect because so far I'm the one person who claimed the Pandora's box.
The brave one.
I wholeheartedly encourage everyone to hop on the bandwagon and buy the Pandora's box because that looks like the best deal out of them all. Even though I might come back and reclaim some of the smaller ones.
You're in for a good surprise, my friend. That's what I can tell you.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I'm hoping it doesn't have is like an Ark of the Covenant where when I remove the lid, it melts my face off. So,
what? No.
Ever seen Indiana Jones?
No melting.
Good.
Good.
All right. Yeah, so, and I presume it's got some kind of curses in there. So,
I hope it does.
That bring doom and gloom to my life.
On the contrary.
Add some more excitement to my life. But yeah, and then I'm looking forward to that. And then we've got the sold out tier of a SIM card for a SIM. Is it pronounced Potier or Potier or Potier?
I told you, don't ask me about pronunciation. I will probably smash the name. I actually have them right here.
So
the cards from SIM, those were sold out like in less than a week.
Oh my gosh!
Yes.
So out of curiosity, do you get all 3 prints basically on a wooden block display?
No, these aren't posters. These are sketch cards. These are like this small, and they are made like traditionally. They are like they are very unique. They are special. Like those are not printed. SIM did them like just straight in the paper. For example, I did some sketch cards for SIM. I hope he doesn't kill me for showing you. But this is an example. I drew these like directly on this paper, so there's no other one. Like it's very unique. So that's why they are like a little bit more expensive than the peanuts.
Yeah. So it's all right. So these were all drawn 1-to-1 scale. In other words, they were not drawn on like a larger size paper and then printed smaller.
Oh no, they are not printed. You just you buy these little cards and you just draw into it.
They're literally already cut to that size.
Oh yes, you buy them like that. It's like original art.
Oh wow, that's
so it's very. I think it's really cool as an artist to make those cards because you cannot cheat. the paper, right? Because, for example, if you are a digital artist, maybe you have some tricks here, some tricks there. The program, you know, helps you with these brushes. But when you're alone with the paper, that's when the talent, you know, has to work, because if you cannot draw, it will show in the card. So if an artist can actually make sketch cards, that speaks volumes of the artist.
That's true.
Mm.
So one other question about that. So did you like have all three cards on display, and then whoever was the first to claim it chose which of the three they wanted the most?
Yes,
And then
yes,
the second
they
one
chose
picked
their favorite, yes.
All right. Then the others pick from whatever was left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
First come, first serve.
Yeah. I'm bummed I missed out on that. So I'll have to keep an eagle's eye on Kim.
Oh yeah. Well, my advice is to be keeping the eagle's eye in our next campaign. We're going to be launching it on August. I think it's gonna be called Cosmo Monkey, and that's gonna be the bomb. Okay, the bomb. We're so excited about that one.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
I just hopped on over the updates page and see if there was anything I might have missed recently. So I guess the latest announcement was actually, hold on. So you guys already mentioned the t-shirts that are available.
Just a little second. Be right back.
Yeah, absolutely. This is from February. All right, so
I'm back.
oh, awesome. So I had a question about this update from 2 months ago.
Yes.
Regarding the free pinup with the order. I was wondering, you made a reference to the pinup from the first book
Yes.
campaign. Is there a way I can order this pinup?
Yes, I mean, I'm giving the option to everybody. If you like that one, you can have it here. If you like it, you can choose that as your free pinup.
Okay.
There's no problem. Yeah, that counts too, because I know a lot of people miss that one.
Yeah.
And I really like it. It's nice butt. So
Yeah, I agree.
so yeah, that's definitely an option. Yes, of course.
I'm just trying to remember if there was a drop-down list where I was able to choose the pinup, but I don't remember if this was one of them that was available. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I've been updating everybody in my live streams. I do the office in the morning. So I'm in my last. Today is the last day I'm gonna be drawing Green Reaper. So I'm getting everything prepared for the printing, which is gonna be in June. Everything is gonna be shipped. So yeah, I'm working like a lot to make that to finish on time. Everything's looking great. So yeah, that's more or less the update. But I wanna make a new update in the campaign when we have already sent everything to the printers, which is gonna be very, very soon. So that's gonna be the next update, and it's gonna be very soon.
Right. Yeah, I was just wanting to make sure I could try whatever I could to get this last pinup from campaign.
You got it.
Let's see here. And then you guys revealed the cover, which is really awesome. I love that. Yeah, the sketch cards were sold out so fast.
Yep.
Update. All right. All right. So you guys are very, very close to doing the fulfillment stage of it. You guys got you have all the books written and created, right?
Yes.
So
yeah. It's just a matter of doing the final touches, little thing is that sometimes like you are working and you don't see like an overview. Then the final edition, the writer does the final edition, like checks that everything is grammatically correct, just a little. There's always things to edit. Like we are kind of a little bit of perfectionists, so we always we never end editing. So, but yeah, the goal is June, definitely. Yes.
Nice, pretty exciting stuff.
Yes.
And I love that you're having all this success. This is so cool.
Thank you so much.
Let's play the Grim Reaper 2 intro video again.
Of course.
I love how you made the scythe the letter P in Reaper.
Thank you. I know it makes me a little nostalgic now because we're already like going to fulfill, and I don't know. I remember when I did this video, like about to start the campaign, and we were so excited. No, it's already over.
Yeah. Before you came on, I was talking about how, when it had been years and years before since I stopped collecting comics, and it wasn't until Comicsgate came about and I discovered what people were creating that got me all excited about collecting comics again. And what I found interesting is Comicsgate has a lot of horror-related themes. There are a lot of things about death and demons and like Dracula's and horror. The horror
Zombies and stuff, right?
The horror, yeah, zombies, exactly. And I had never been a huge fan of horror, but I found myself intrigued by all these titles coming out from Comicsgate that were horror related.
Oh yeah, the thing is that it's very important. We cannot ignore the fact that here in Comicsgate, this is direct creator consumer platform. So it's not the same commercial horror, like everything done like so mechanically. This is actual. There can be so many like
subtleties.
Yes, differences. Like nobody is telling my husband do this, do that. No, he can do whatever the hell he wants. He can twist it and make it. Well, this is cosmic horror, for example. It's like a variant of horror. But he told me like next issue is going to be like more like a romantic story, and nobody will tell him, hey, don't do that, do this. No, he can do whatever the hell he wants. So I think it's something like really refreshing, and it's not as it's not in a box. It's not that you're gonna get horror and that's it. No, every author is gonna display his own style without editor or middleman in the middle. So I think it's different to compare the horror we can get in the mainstream than the horror that we can actually get here, and I also know how my husband writes. I know his crazy ideas, so he mixes horror with jokes and then with very deep stuff, philosophy and comedy. It's a whole experience.
Yeah, for sure. It's pretty sweet. I'm really looking forward to this myself.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here. Were there any like special tidbits or notes about this Grim Reaper 2 campaign that you wanted to share that isn't spoilers?
Well, I've been working in coloring and inking a lot of the pages in my YouTube channel, which is WyzGyz Comics. Everybody can subscribe. But I stopped doing that because I don't want to spoil too much. This in total, this whole project is like 100 pages, maybe a little bit more than that. So it's a lot of reading to do. But yeah, I want to leave a little bit of the pages as a surprise. But I also want to establish like that trust, so people see I'm actually working on the pages. This is actually going to happen. This is not, hey, everybody, give me your money, and then I disappear, and then 2 years later, hey, you know what? I bought a car, and now I don't have anything. No, it's not like that. This is actually happening. Even if we don't get the money we need, I will still do it because we do everything. John and I do everything. So we don't need to pay for anybody else. It's just a matter of covering the cost of printing and shipping, and we're happy with that. We want our projects to be read. We want the reactions and the feedback from people, and just enjoy the fact that we can create without anybody in our necks like, do this, do that. No, we're free, okay?
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Soul Lion says, what became known as Comicsgate reignited the love for comics in a lot of us. It became a dull subject at some point, and now it's hot again.
Of course. I couldn't agree more with that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. This is all exciting stuff. Definitely looking forward to the project. And I think we just covered everything.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Right on.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm super excited to give this to you guys to see your reactions. Like, so sometimes we get used to it because we've been in contact with the pages and the story for so many months. But you guys don't know anything yet. So I just can't wait for your reactions, for the reviews, for the opinions, feedback. That's just something like, it is like this comic is our first baby. So yeah, I'm just so excited to see what you guys think about it, And of course, we're always super open to all of you guys who want to ask us anything. You can find us in Twitter. My Twitter handle is @Carla_Tornieri, as you can see here. I'm always there. You can always ask anything you want. We are super accessible people. You can also ask my husband, John, which I don't remember the numbers of his Twitter handle, but he's always tagged in my tweets. And yeah, we're very open with you guys. We love being in contact with all of you. And yes, please don't be afraid to ask. We love receiving questions, and that's why it's super interesting to come here with you, WyzGyz, because you always have all these interesting questions that I love to answer, because I don't know, it looks like you guys are actually excited, waiting for it, and it makes us excited, and it's like an exciting cycle.
I'm going to share with the group John's Twitter.
Yes. John Gal and all those. Thank you very much.
Not sure where that came from, but I guess it's. At first, I thought it was an old phone number.
I know. The thing is that, when he created it, he just went with the automatic suggestion from the web page.
Oh, really?
Yes. Like, we were super new. We didn't know anything about Twitter. We started from scratch, and from scratch, I mean from scratch. We didn't even know how to use Twitter.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a trip.
Yes.
I thought there was like some heavy meaning behind all those numbers.
Something in code, maybe. He can answer that.
So regarding White Cat Comics, did you create the little logo for it, that flying cat?
Yeah. The thing is that I'm a huge fan of black cats. I love black cats, but the name was taken, so we decided to turn it into white cats. That's the reason why.
Okay, there you go. Nice. Yeah, and Dosito comments that White Cat Comics equals great customer service.
Thank you.
That is key. Yeah, I'm a big stickler for customer service, having been in computers for 17 years. I think customer service is extremely important. And the moment you start putting down your supporters and your fans, the faster it erodes your image and your product and your company as a whole.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
All right, let's see. And let's see. Okay. Soul Ion was talking to Jet Sable Mejia.
Oh yeah, it's Yetzabel Mejia. Yeah, she's like a huge CG supporter. She has like over 160 contributions. It's
Whoa!
amazing. Yeah, so everybody's like surprised about that. She has always been supporting CG creators.
Nice.
And so we are very honored to have her in CG Latino.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
I know Mr. Biggins is a big supporter.
Mhm.
I think there's is it Chris Evans, who's a big
Oh, yes. Chris is
backer.
Yes.
I guess I'm one of the smaller ones. I've backed maybe like 55 campaigns.
Well, Chris has been around a long time, and Chris is actually going to be one of the backers who's gonna be drawn in the book. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, you're gonna see Chris there.
Oh, right, that's cool.
Yes.
So, in order to have someone drawn in the book, do you ask them for a couple full body pictures so that you can nail down their physique and everything, or?
Yeah, I mean, I actually been streaming with Chris, so I know his face. He's my friend.
Okay,
So
all
no
right.
problem with that. But you know, I'm selling you the spot to be drawn. If you don't want to be drawn like yourself, you can ask, I don't know, for your dog or your wife or your daughter, like whoever you want. Yeah, seriously, like you're buying the spot to be drawn. Like it can be whoever you want. Some people don't want to be called by their own name. They have like nicknames or stuff, you know. So yeah, everything works.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So in a book like this, I imagine anyone involved, anyone being drawn in is probably going to be in hell.
Not everyone.
Okay, all right.
The most dangerous ones are not in hell.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. Fantastic. This has been very awesome. I thank you so very much for
Thank you for the invitation. It was an honor.
the honor of you coming on my channel. It's
course.
always fantastic and lots of fun to have you on. You're a barrel of monkeys, and you're always so lively and energetic and awesome to be in your presence.
Thank you so much for the invitation.
So you want to do one more time? Do you want to recap how people can reach you?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, please follow Cat Comics on YouTube. Please subscribe to Cat Comics, and also you can find us like Carla_Tornielli in Twitter, and John Gal, and that's the WyzGyz was very kind to put the link to John's Twitter in the chat. You can follow him there. Also, you can get to his Twitter in mine, because I always tag him in my tweets. And so yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh, we got a quick question from Soul Ion.
Yes.
Do you get any requests for dogs yet?
Half of it. It's not a dog, it's a werewolf, but it's mixed with the person. We don't judge. Everything's cool, you know?
If you identify yourself as a werewolf.
Yeah. No judging here, just drawing.
Fantastic. And as you all know, I'm on WyzGyz Entertainment on YouTube, and in Twitter, I'm under WyzGyz Tweets. So feel free to interact and join me on any streams and check it out. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again for Carlos for joining me. And you all have a fantastic day. Take care.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That's got to be Piper.
Oh, yes. You got it.
Take care now.
All right. Wait.